Breaking today, Prince William doubles down. According to multiple sources, it's now a matter of when, not if, he strips Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of their royal titles.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are going to have no role when Prince William becomes king, and he's already planning this out, and it's really not so much that he said they are not going to have roles.
While everyone's glued to Meghan's Netflix dramas and all the royal family chaos lighting up social media, something way bigger is happening behind palace doors. And it's not at all what you think. Prince William isn't waiting for a crown to change the monarchy. He's already making moves. And the plan he's building could completely redefine what it means to be royal in today's world.
The king might think that this is something he can do, but of course, he no longer officially controls Highgrove. Prince William does. And this was never going to fly.
Before we dive deeper, make sure to hit that subscribe button because what I'm about to reveal will flip everything you thought you knew about the royals on its head. Let's get into the part no one talks about. Back in 2022, Denmark's Queen Margrethe pulled off a move that sent shockwaves through every royal house in Europe. She stripped 4 of her own grandchildren of their royal titles just like that. No fanfare, no leaks, no drama, just a royal decree. These weren't distant cousins or troublemakers. These were her grandchildren. And her reasoning brutally simple. Too many royals weaken the brand. The public needs to know who actually represents the crown and who's just family.
Danish monarch Queen Margrethe II is stripping 4 of her grandchildren of their prince and princess titles. The Danish monarch has changed her grandchildren's title.
William was watching every detail because while his father Charles leans on mercy, reconciliation, and keeping the family together at all costs, William's running the numbers. And the numbers aren't pretty. Every interview, Netflix special, and tell-all book chips away at the monarchy, not just personal relationships, but the structure itself. And while Charles hopes for family healing, William sees an institution that survived 1,000 years because it knew exactly when to evolve and when to cut ties.
Her former title, Her Royal Highness, despite the fact that she and Harry stepped away from their royal roles.
I just had this conversation about Harry and Meghan. I think I was talking to Fox News, and I said, they might not think the rules apply to them, but they are insisting on using titles from the British royal family. And when you do that, whether you like it or not, you are representing the monarchy, and there are some rules that you have to abide by.
Here's what most people don't realize about Prince William. He's not letting emotions guide him. He's strategic, even clinical. He's been assembling a squad of historians, constitutional experts, and strategists who've spent years studying how monarchies survive. And what they found is shocking. Behind palace walls, there's an actual blueprint, a document sitting in a vault at Kensington Palace, ready to roll the moment William becomes king. It's called letters patent, the same tool George V used in 1917 when he realized way too many people were running around with royal titles. He issued a decree, and just like that the list got trimmed. No debate, no parliamentary approval needed. That same power exists today, and William's team has already drafted a modern version. Here's the gist. Only working royals, people actively serving the institution full-time, keep their titles and status. Everyone else, sure, family members are invited to Christmas, absolutely, but not royal in any official sense. The beauty, it's simple. You work for the crown. You're royal. You step back to chase independence and commercial ventures. That's on you. But the monarchy doesn't follow you out the door.
And she writes, Prince William is gearing up to become king sooner rather than later, I'm told. And his vision for the monarchy is going to look very different from his father King Charles's reign. She goes on. Fewer titles mean there is less of a chance for a degenerate like Prince Andrew, now called Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, to slip through. Which means, as I previously reported, Harry and Meghan will lose their titles, as well as Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie.
One source close to the planning summed up William's philosophy in one sentence. If the crown means everything, it can't mean everything to everyone. It's about exclusivity. The moment you dilute what it means to be royal, you lose the magic, the prestige, the very thing that makes it special.
What about Meghan and Harry? Because there are reports that Prince Harry, Meghan Markle and their children could be set to lose their royal titles if and when Prince William becomes monarch.
And here's where it gets really intense. William hasn't just been studying Denmark. His team has quietly consulted royal experts from Sweden, the Netherlands, Spain, anywhere that's successfully modernized without losing clout. They're building a playbook based on what actually works in the 21st century, and it's meticulous.
And I think it's important to note that it won't be a revenge play by William. It's very much a reforming play, because when he's King William V, when his father passes on, he's the monarch, he's more aware than anyone, I think, that the monarchy and the royal family have to provide value to the taxpayer and also the Commonwealth as well. That it's not, we don't just keep the royal family because we've always had the royal family. They very much have to prove their worth, and he wants to really push aside anyone who's been freeloading or using their titles for commercial gain. And we know the late Queen had said to Meghan, forbade her from using the HRH title. And of course, Meghan's just blithely got ahead and done that and tried to commercialise it wherever she can. But it's a reform play by William. I think he just wants to keep it a very tight monarchy, but also he wants to reward the people who do actually do the work and do it quietly without any fanfare. Princess Anne is a perfect example of that.
Now, let's talk about Meghan Markle. Because while William was planning quietly behind palace walls, Meghan was cooking up her own empire. In April 2025, she launched a lifestyle brand selling jams, bookmarks, chocolates, all wrapped around that one word that opens every door. Duchess. Speaking gigs, Netflix deals, partnerships with major brands. They all lean on that royal connection. She's not just a celebrity, she's royalty who stepped away. That's the edge. That's what makes her brand different and instantly recognizable.
The agreement that was made did not remove the title. It restricted the way it was to be used. It was not to be used publicly.
You're absolutely right. I think Meghan Markle has been very brazen recently with the use of the HRH.
Her team apparently saw some of this coming. At one point, someone floated the idea of trademarking Duchess of Sussex as a business name. Own it independently of royal approval. Turn it into a brand that exists no matter what the palace says. On paper, it's smart. If it's registered, it's not just royal protocol, it's straight-up business property. But the palace was already 3 moves ahead before Meghan's team could even file the paperwork. Advisors quietly blocked any commercial use of royal titles, not with fanfare, not with headlines, but using long-established systems ready to be activated. One insider described it perfectly. They brought checkers to a chess match. While Meghan's team was thinking brand protection, William's people had mapped every move, closing every exit.
Harry and Meghan to leave royal duties. It was agreed with Queen Elizabeth that they will not use the HRH title. That is a long-standing precedent, and there's good reason for it. Basically, the HRH is only given to working royals and senior members of the royal family because it denotes a level of I guess, respect in the public, and also it's not a financial thing. Working royals do not profit, they do not use their names to make money. It's an honour to have an HRH.
Absolutely.
So the fact that she's continued to use this HRH when they've been instructed not to, I think is absolutely infuriating in Buckingham Palace. And there was a very interesting source inside, close to the Prince of Wales, who spoke to the Daily Beast. He said that William is furious, unsurprisingly, and he's also already formulating plans to deal with this when he becomes monarch. I think that he feels that King Charles...
The message was crystal clear. The Crown gives titles and the Crown controls how those titles are used. You don't get to take royal status and turn it into your own business. Let's be honest, Meghan's whole business model hinges on one word, Duchess. Look at how she's presented. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Every product drop, every speaking gig, every Netflix project. That title is front and center, and it's genius. That royal connection alone is worth millions in credibility and market positioning.
Your titles are gone. You're going to be Meghan Mountbatten Windsor. Your husband's going to be Harry Mountbatten Windsor. And all your threats of legal action, I think, is something that William will quite rightly stare down.
But here's the question no one is really asking. What happens if that connection is officially severed? Not through gossip, family drama, or public fights, but through paperwork. A letter's patent could redefine who is officially royal. And in the entertainment and media world, people calculate value ruthlessly. They're not paying for personality alone. They're paying for exclusivity, insider access, the angle no one else has. Right now, Meghan delivers that rare mix. Insider royal perspective combined with current royal status. She lived in the palace and she still carries that clout.
Oh no, it will be active. It won't just be, I'm ignoring this. It will be, your titles are stripped, you are gone, you are banished. He doesn't even want Harry at his coronation. I mean, that is extraordinary. That shows you how far things have fallen. I don't think there is a way back. I really don't. I guess you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Will a divorce change things? Maybe. But remember, Prince William set Harry these very, very clear red lines, and he crossed every single one of them. Right. And the one for him, Link, that was so personal.
Cut out half of that equation and the whole calculation changes. Word is some major players Meghan's working with, streaming platforms, production companies, brand partners, have been quietly assessing her actual value, not in a shady way, just straight up business talk. What are we really paying for? What's the return on this investment? Here's the twist. She wanted freedom from the institution. Stepping away from rules, protocols, and non-stop scrutiny makes total sense. But freedom comes with a cost. She might not have fully counted because the institution itself was the product.